I want to bring in our panel now to discuss this very thing. Today we have Judge Kenneth Vecchio. He's an attorney and GOP strategist. Also Scott Blakeman. He's a political commentator. Guys, thanks so much for coming on today. We talk about coronavirus, and each day there's some, new things that happen. And we've heard that the president is working with pharmaceutical companies to come up with a vaccine. Scott Blakeman, I'll start with you. Why is the president getting so much backlash about this?
Well,
in his response.
Yeah. Well, first of all, a lot has come from from Republicans. Look, we're all in this together, And when Donald Trump Jr. says, Democrats want millions to die to make Trump look bad, that's a horrific statement. And Mike Pence did not disavow it. He said that statement by Donald Trump Jr. was justified and understandable. Look, every second we make those comments is taken away from fighting this very serious disease. There are positive things that need to be done. Donald Trump today needs to reinstate the pandemic response team that he disbanded 2 years ago. He needs to reverse the proposed budget cuts to the Center for Disease Control. They were in 39 countries on the ground where you need to be to stop these things from happening. But the bottom line is we're in this together. When this thing spreads, which it is, it's already here, it's going to affect Democrats, Republicans, independents, and liberals. We need to be united on this.
And Judge, I'll bring you in on this conversation. Before I do, I just want to point out that Biden also jumped in as well, calling the president's response incompetent. So it is on both sides there, Judge.
Is it down here? Is it over there? Is it up there? What I'm looking for is sanity. I mean, these far left fabricators are totally nuts, not to mention wholly disingenuous and dishonest with their fear-mongering about this coronavirus. Look, nobody wants to dismiss something that could kill people. Nobody doesn't want to take things seriously. But the reality is, more people could die from looking at Scott's jacket by being scared of it than from this coronavirus right now in the United States.
Not true,
I mean,
Ken.
No.
I'm not saying it's a great jacket, but it's not true.
No, it's a horrible jacket.
I
think it's a horrible jacket, but I like you a lot personally. It's just the jacket is really scaring me. But the reality is, people are doing this on the far left because they hate Donald Trump. And that is disgusting. That is frightening. This is damaging to our society at its core. One hoax after another. The Russian hoax, the impeachment hoax.
Well, let's talk about that because it was called a hoax and there was some confusion about what the president was calling a hoax. Was it the criticisms of the Democrats that was the hoax, or was the coronavirus the hoax? Scott, what was your...
Look, the word hoax should not be used at all. He certainly implied that in some way the Democrats were making this up. Look, the model for Donald Trump should be someone who he's always done everything the opposite of. President Obama in 2014 led a worldwide response to Ebola. It was incredibly successful, but what Trump has done is dismantle all the apparatus that Obama
Scott,
used to fight
I'm not saying that you are being disingenuous, but you're being robotic. You're following the Democrat talking points. Donald Trump is a responder. He's been attacked on this just like he's been attacked on every single thing he does. He has done the right thing here. He has not taken away money from being put into looking for a cure.
No, he has. He's
cut
19% from the Center for Disease Control.
That's mixing apples and oranges. He's asked for $2.5 billion alone.
After cutting money from other things.
It doesn't matter about where he's cut money from. What matters is that money is being spent in an immediate fashion to prevent the coronavirus from potentially spreading from the minimal amount that it is in the United States now, for getting a vaccine, for stopping people from coming into the country, for having test kits, to do everything that you need to do. President Obama did nothing better than Donald Trump, and Donald Trump has moved a lot quicker than Obama did.
That's completely not true.
Last point, yeah.
I would just say I'd like to see if Ken would disavow what Donald Trump Jr. said. Do you think Democrats like myself want millions to die to hurt Donald Trump?
I don't need to disavow or to propel anything that anybody says.
Do you think it's wrong?
I think it's very honest to say that the Democrats are putting false attacks on Donald Trump, and they are doing it in an illicit and evil manner, and that's what Donald Trump meant.
I do have to wrap this up, but I do want to bring you both back in to talk Super Tuesday in the next hour, if you could, because there's a lot to unpack there with the recent endorsements and such. But today, that is Judge Kenneth Vecchio. He's an attorney and GOP strategist. Scott Blakeman, political commentator. Guys, thanks so much. We appreciate your time. We'll see you in a bit.